The Pisces Wife by Xstrology. Have you ever dreamt of the perfect wife? One who will think the world of you, be an emotional and a physical partner. A woman who will compliment you in every way and not try to change you. Who will be the perfect mother to your children and a soulmate to you for all your years. Then you might as well put the Pisces woman in a sack and take her home with you. This woman is one in a million and will always make you feel like a man. So, if you're someone who likes adversity and desires to be challenged by his spouse, then I think you're better off with a Leo or an Aries wife because a Pisces woman just won't fight you often, if ever. And why would she? If she selects you as her husband, then it means that she's perfectly happy with who you are as a person, and she always will be. There might be times when you find her a tad too emotional, and she's extremely sensitive, so harsh words or acts of neglect are gonna hurt her deeply. If you're gonna be a husband to the Pisces woman, then you have to match her sensitivity, at least partially. Offer her kindness, generosity, and a lot of love, because that's all that she asks from you. She'll accept you if you're poor, short, weak, small, or have any other apparent flaw or blemish, as long as you love her. And actually, Pisces women tend to be drawn to men that have weaknesses, because they like to take care of you and smother you with love and adoration. So when it comes to children, Pisces women tend to be secretly partial to smaller or weaker children, the ones who are maybe a little less bright or have fewer talents or are less accomplished than the others. The Pisces mother is every bit as kind and generous as she is a wife. And no matter how many children you have or how demanding they might be, she will always put you first. So the downside: she might not be the best cook unless she's artistically inclined in the culinary skills. And if she isn't, then the thought of spending hours over a hot stove is just not going to appeal to her, because she'd rather spend that time pursuing the numerous artistic tendencies that she's very likely to have. And though she's somewhat traditional and likes to play the role of a doting wife, she's unlikely to care about how clean or spotless a house is, especially if she's a career woman. The Pisces has many dreams and visions, and they stretch far beyond the borders of her house. So she's much too preoccupied with those endeavors to even care about trivial things like organization, cleanliness, or housework. And depending on her ascendant, she can also have a very strong sense of humor and be witty enough to always have a wisecrack or two up her sleeve. But it's very unlikely that she's ever going to make you the butt of her jokes. In her heart, she's a desperate romantic, and she thinks the world of you. If you hurt or neglect her, she's more likely to sink into a deep gloom than she is to sob hysterically or pour her feelings out. When she's genuinely hurt, the tendency there is to shut herself out from the world, into those dreams that are in her eyes, just beneath the world she sees. And during these times, it's your duty as her man to pull her out of that and assure her that she's loved. Because that's all the Pisces wife wants, is to be loved. And lucky for you, she makes it pretty easy for you to love her.